computer. Hey guys, Andrew 12-3 here. What we're going to do today, we've got a group of, I don't know, what about 20 people, 15, 20 people to do a social media training. And we'll probably go top to bottom on what your profile needs to look like, you know, what sort of content to create, through to how to generate leads, how to start conversations, how to get your business in front of them, all right? That the process you need to go through to actually expose people to the business, how to expose it, how to follow up and how to close and how to grow everything, all right? So how would that sound? Pretty good?
Great.
All right, so we're going to belt through it pretty quick, and I'll share the screen and show you my profile as a bit of a guide on how to set up. All right, so what we'll do is I just need to go and share this one here. So first of all, we're going to talk about setup. Now, the first question everyone says is, do I do a profile or do I do a page? Right? Now, I run kind of both side by side, but my main focus is my profile. The reason why I built the page with it is because I plan on running advertising at some point. Right? The page is designed to be advertised. You won't get as many eyeballs on a page as you will on your personal profile. So if you're just building, you know, to build, and you don't even want to think about trying to advertise or doing lead capture pages or lead magnets or anything like that, right? Now, warning, that will sap your time. If you're just starting to get into it, don't. Just focus on your profile, creating content on that for now. Otherwise, you'll get caught up for months in information overload. All right, so we might just try and drop that up there so I look at the camera. How's that? Can you see me better? All right, now, here's how you set up your personal profile. The first thing you've got to have is a professional looking banner. All right. Now, this one here is when I was an engineer, right? My theme is from engineer to full-time entrepreneur. So I've gone from there with my hard hat and orange jacket. I've got some digging machines, which looks interesting, but they're sort of in the background. And then a nice torso shot. I probably could have smiled a bit better, but I'll work on that. Okay. This cost me 30 bucks on Fiverr. Right? You can actually go onto Canva, canva.com, and create a banner yourself. In fact, I've got videos on my channel to show you how to create this. This is called a PNG file. In other words, it's you, but you take out the background. So when you put your image in front of something, you can see the background. See that? So that image, I was going to go through, I don't need to go through the training. I've actually got videos, which I'll put in the description of this video, showing you how to make a PNG file yourself and how to use Canva to make a banner. So guys, just see how there's room there for that little circle to fit. And I've got the photo up there. All right, and then the Facebook name, Andrew 12-3, that's just above it. And above all these buttons, that's by design. Okay, so once you get yourself a nice banner, now it doesn't have to be exactly like that, but it needs to look like, you know, not two dogs, you know, or, you know, pet videos or a fishbowl or something like that. It's got to look something nice. Okay, the next one is this little intro. Right, make sure there's something good in there. Crypto enthusiast, investor, trader in crypto, and a personal development trainer. Sort of congruent with your banner. All right. In here, don't have former network marketing star with new ways, former. Keep it tight. All right. What I've got is owner of my page. Right, so if you go there, all All right, you can see it takes you to my page, which has got the same banner. All right, and it's got the stuff. So there. Also, you might have a bit of study that, you know, just a few basics, but don't put too much information there. This featured photograph block, okay, those pictures are selected. All right, what's the first one? Me speaking on stage in India. Now, you might not have a photo like that, but you might have a photo of you talking in a microphone. You might get your karaoke microphone from home, dress up in a suit and go and stand there like that. You know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't, I mean, the fact that I've got that photograph is totally cool, but you don't have to have spoken on stage in India or anywhere else. You can just stand there with a microphone or stand there as if you're speaking to a crowd and training someone, right? Now look at the other lifestyle shots, the Taj Mahal, the Patron, like in India, the Petronas Towers in Malaysia, Buckingham Palace in London, all right? Fishing, kayaking, all right? Receiving awards and standing there on, like with the freedom stance in the mountains, like on holidays. Now, is that authority and lifestyle? Does that make sense, guys? Authority and lifestyle, right there. You've got to be the person that they want. So if you've got old photos of you at different places, great. If you haven't, go and take a really cool photo of something in your local area. It doesn't have to actually be, you know, those different ones. Right, that kayaking is just on a volcanic lake just up the road here. All right, photo of the kids fishing. That photo is probably 5 years old now, but it's still there. All right. Now this one here is that one there's put there for a reason. One, yes, we're receiving awards, but then people in you will see Andre and know that I'm in it. Or not, well, people do anyway, right? So that is on purpose. All right. Then we've got all your other photos. All right. We've got that's Brenda, obviously us at the movies, you know, having a meal. All right, I don't know where we were then. I think it was at a restaurant. It's Alex getting her VP award, you know, at Goa in India. Can you see that, or are they too small? See, that's Goa in India at the top managers event. All right, us riding an elephant in India in Jaipur. All right, so that's a great photo, isn't it? I love that with the Taj in the background. So that's all intentional, guys. Now, posting, all right? So once you've set your profile up, all right, now with your friends list, all right, I can see my friends, but you can't, all right? You don't want people getting into your friends list and cross-promoting stuff, so hide them. Now that you can do in over here, if you drop that down and go to settings, all right, and then you come over to privacy, I think it is here. All right, you want all your posts to be public so everyone can see them. Review all of your posts and things you're tagged in. So you can't get tagged in other people's business posts. It holds them until you review them. And that goes for if someone tags you in a photo, you can review it first and see if you want it on your timeline. You need to protect your timeline, right? You don't want anyone else posting stuff on there, all right? And I don't know what, you don't want to limit in it. You want it to see public, all right? All right, so, no, where is it? Timeline and tagging. Who can see your friend requests? Who can send you friend requests? Everyone, okay. See your, oh, who can see your friends list? Right there. See that? In settings, privacy, who can see your friends list? Only me. So no one else can see it, right? That, guys, prevents people from getting in your friends list, making friends with them all and flogging them something else, right? So that's just how I have my settings. Now, the content. Granted, I need to post more than I do. All right, I've been setting up funnels and things like that, but I've got that much content out there. People reach out to me. But here's what you do. Lifestyle shots. All right, this one is photos of us building. Look how much engagement you get. Okay, come down. I shared a post with Rita and myself from the February event last year before Crypto Unit even opened. That was in Malaysia. All right, we're both presidents now. Then you've got motivational, inspirational quotes. Now these are important, but you don't want to overdo it. Okay, comes down to one simple thing: how bad do you want it? All right, and now I always put a little bit of a story up the top. All right, that's just me. Right, you might, and you need to think these out, guys. You can't just put average content like, oh, this is awesome, right? You need to think about it. You might have the strategy, the know-how, the skill, everything you need, but if you don't accept your situation and remain complacent, but if you accept your situation and remain complacent, nothing's going to change. Reach your breaking point, the point where you will not accept it any longer, and then overcome your fear and change towards what you want without looking back. How bad do you want it? Now that, people will read that and get great value from it, right? Look at this, you get lots of engagement, 1 comments, usually I get shares, all right? This is just almost a little bait question. When your path is laid out in front of you, it leads to where you want to go. Shit gets real exciting, hey? Now, a lot of those that engaged were members, but some of them weren't. And guess what? If you click in there, or people that liked it, you can go down the list. All right, member, not a member. Guess who I'm talking to? I'll send a, hey, hi, I see you commented or liked my post today. Haven't seen you in a while. Just thought I'd reach out and say hi. All right, get a conversation started. All right. Oh, there's Pinky. All right. Anyone who engaged, look, here we're getting down here. Jeff, Devana, Stephen. All right. Now, what I do here is I go and look at their profile. All right. They're not friends, but they've sent me a friend request. All right. And I think this guy, all right, look at his common friends. Sharon. All right. I'd have to check and make sure he's not in there, but he might be a lead for me. In fact, he probably is. All right. So that's what I do. And if he's not, you know, obviously he's got a few common friends. I'd have to check and see if he's in the team. But if he's not in you already, I would be striking up a conversation. All right. Now, I'm not friends with everyone in you, because if you are, all your posts will only be seen by new people, like NEEW, not new as in NEW. So I'll connect on Messenger gladly, but not always do I accept friend requests. All right. So they're all leads, guys. Cool. So you see, the content you create is generally content that's either personal development, lifestyle, or training on how to get stuff, right? Feeling grateful and privileged. This is like a personal development. All right, who wants an invite? That's kind of a business one. All right, that's when I did the corporate event. All right, here's a little survey question, really. Fast money promoting the next Ponzi scam, or take the time to build a long-term wealth creation, right? A lot of comments, a lot of likes, a share, right? These are all leads, guys. Do you realise that? Strike up conversations with people that aren't in you, right? Best gift for your kids is to go create generational wealth. All right, again, there'll be a lot of new members in there, but there'll be ones that aren't. They're leads. Here's where the rubber hits the road, guys. Do Facebook Lives. Now, I haven't done one for too long, all right? But you look at some of the titles. If you accept your situation, you will remain stuck forever. Learn the secret to break free. Now, is that enticing? Do you want to watch that to find out what the secret is? All right. These get a lot of engagement. Look, it's had 400 views, 17 comments and 5 shares. Do you reckon you're getting some eyeballs on that? All right. Then we had the volcano erupt in near Manila. All right, so put that post in there. Another video. Step out of the shadows and into leadership. Now these, I'll give you a tip, guys. Go search Google for Advanced Marketing Institute headline checker. All right, I'll do it. So I go AM Institute headline. That'll be the first one, headline analyzer. Click on that. Now I've got videos on how to do this as well. Oh, they've changed it. All right, so you could go and grab this headline. Or in fact, we'll go and grab the last one. All right. If you put your headline analyzer in there, and submit it for analysis, it'll give you a score. Now, anything over 20 is good. It's enticing. People want to know that. Okay. Is this the actual site? I'm not sure it is. Hang on. Oh, it must be they've changed their site. All right, so if we go and grab another couple, because I use this all the time, guys. All right, right, let's analyze that one. That might be not as high, so it's 25. All right, but I'll go to one where I've got the, all right, this one I did. How your secret story can transform your future. Is that enticing? Do you want to know about that? Okay, so we'll pop that in there. Pretty good, isn't it? Right.
Andrew, I have a question.
Fire away. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh. I have a website. I have not a website, a Facebook page already, right?
Yeah.
Can I make over that page, even though I have a certain amount of friends on that page, or should I do a new page?
What content was your page creating?
I think that was a combination of work from charity, my personal work, and anything that I'm into was on that page. So like
so not really internet marketing, online marketing, personal development, nothing like that?
Some personal development, but not, I think it was more of for example, I am on a charity board. So whenever they have event, it is posted on my page. Things like that.
All right. So if you started posting training and personal development and stuff like that, would it upset your list, or is that something you want to keep separate?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, because I was wondering whether to just leave that page and do something separate.
Do you want to keep the people on that page for that reason, for whatever the page was created for? If you want to keep them and keep it congruent with what you've built it for, start a new page. But mate, I would focus on your personal profile and almost mirror what you post on your personal profile on your page until the page builds up. Right, so do a post here and do the same post there and do them together.
Okay.
Right, because it's going to take a fair while for your content to build up. Right? So you've got to focus on your personal profile to start with. This, if you're building that up, it means that you're going to do advertising at a later date, and I plan on it. Right, I plan on smashing this out. That's why I've been not posting as much, because I'm working on some really cool stuff, and it's basically slowed me down a little bit on my posting on social media. Now I should really pick that up and do it as well. Just as an example. So I've dropped the ball a little bit on that, to be flat honest. All right. Life gets in the way, doesn't it? All right. So you've got to really focus on creating the content. Now the content, guys, as you saw down my page, was lifestyle, but you don't need to be going anywhere. You don't need to be traveling to exotic locations. You could go outside, do a selfie in front of the garden. It looks cool. Post it. If you have a nice, you cook up a nice meal. People love food shots. You get engagement. Ask the odd question, right? Would you rather fast money with a Ponzi scam or build a long-term wealth? Ask a question that gets engagement. Now, if you get people talking in your comment string, always answer them with a question, so they have to come back again and answer you. And then you answer them with a question, because if you can get conversations going in your comments thread on your post, guess what happens? It gets sent far and wide. All right. Always answer even if it's to say, "Oh, did you get it?" And they go, "Yep." All right. It's a conversation in the comments thread. You want that. All right. Now, when you're engaging with other people, right, we're going to talk about spidering in a minute and adding things. It's a way of you getting content out there as well. So we've kind of covered the profile, the page, the profile, the content to create. Yeah, you're pretty cool with that? How to set everything up. Now, you've just got to create the content. Now, videos are so powerful, right? But you're all going, right, I can hear it. I heard the gasp. Okay, here's what you do. You pick your phone up, right? You turn it around and point it towards you, and you hit record. And you just talk, right? And then delete it. You just see how easy that is? No one ever had to see it, right? Now the next thing is you go and pick a topic that you think your team would get value from, right? And look, if you're taking notes here today, you could do a training on, should you run a page or should you run a profile? And have a 3 or 4 minute conversation on your points on what you should do. Now, you just learnt that from me today. Well, you might have already known it, but it's as simple as that. You could learn something today, do a 3 to 5 minute video over it. You don't want it much longer than that, because what's the first thing you do when you watch a video? Look at how long it is. If it's 15 minutes, you go, nah. All right, if it's 3 minutes and the title is catchy, right? The title is key, guys. You always make sure you've got a catchy title that entices the view. They want to find out what the secret is. They want to know what the 3 script lines are. They want to know how to switch people's brains on. All right? They want to know what will have your prospects, jumping down your throat for the information. They want to know that stuff. Right? So you work out what you'd want to know, go learn it, and then teach it. That's how you become a leader. That's how you get authority. So what you do is you go out and watch an Eric Worre video, or you've taken note. There's probably already, from what we've talked about today, at least 10 videos that you could create. All right. And if you ever get an idea, write it on a piece of paper, like put some notes and stick it over the side. So if you're ever stuck for an idea, oh, just do this one. All right. But always do the headline. Now, when I first started, I'm an introvert. I would gladly sit in the corner of a room in a party, drink beer and watch people without even talking at all. Go figure. But you can't shut me up now. But like, all right. But when I first did videos, I had an iPhone 4. This is what I used to do. I used to go out with my shirt and tie, underneath my orange jacket from work. I'd go out to a park in Australia, massive park. I'd go right in the very back corner in an industrial area so no one could hear me. I'd take my orange jacket off. I'd have my shirt and tie. I'd put my phone, I'd prop it in the tree, and then I'd do a take. And I'd try and get the 6 or 7 minute video. I was trying to make a sales video, and I wanted to be the big salesman, right? I did that many takes, I'd run the battery out. I'd have to go home, recharge it, come back and do it again until I was happy with what I thought was, that's the one, I nailed it. So I uploaded it to YouTube and then watched it, and I nearly threw up. All right, it was that bad. It was so tacky. All right. Here's the point. You don't have to be perfect. If you start in the middle and go, what I was meant to say was da-da-da-da, people see that as real. Don't care. Right? If they see, if you're too smooth, they'll go, oh, it's all right for them. All right, it's all right for them. They're obviously a professional. Right? I know when I do videos, I say gonna, right, instead of going to. I say all right and okay, extreme amounts. I can't help it. Okay, all right. So it just happens, but I don't care. People get past that to get the message. Now, people will get past anything you fumble on to get to the 3 secret invite scripts. All right, and they see you as real and having a crack. All right, they'll relate to you. They'll go, oh, if they can do it, so can I. All right, you don't want to be perfect. All right, so that's where I started. It was embarrassing. Now that channel got shut down, so I haven't got that video anymore. I wish I did, because it would be perfect to say, here, watch this. All right. And look, when I'm recording like the videos, the presentation videos, they might go for 26 minutes, but I'll be recording for an hour and a half. Because if I mess something up, and then say it again, then I come back and edit out the bits I messed up. Right? But I don't edit everything out. I leave a few fumbles in there on purpose so that people can say, oh, he's just a guy having a go. All right? Which I need to do again because the presentation's kind of getting a little bit out of date now. Right, so videos, guys. It's not that scary. Just, you don't have to do them live initially. Record them. And there's a video on my channel shows you how to stream a recorded video as if it's a live one. So all you do is you can record, right? And if it sucks, delete it and record it again until you're happy with it. But just relax, right? Just relax. Make them 3 to 5 minutes so they're quick and really nail down on one point. That's all it is. If you can do a 3 to 5 minute video every day or day or so, you will start to get a following very quickly. All right? And that following, when they comment, when they do this and they do that, it gets to their friends and their friends. And very quickly, you'll start to get 400 and 500 views per video. And then their friends start to see it. That's when you start getting comments and likes from people outside your circle that are leads. Video is the best way to do that. Point taken? Move on? Okay. Just, you need to get over it and get doing videos, because you see my YouTube channel, I post a video and it's had 500 views like that. There's nearly 5,000 subscribers, and that's from constant posting of content. Now that is kind of branded to new, right? But my Facebook profile, if you looked at it, the only way you'd tell that I'm in this is because I've got a photo of Andre down there, and I've done that on purpose. None of the other content is anything to do with the company. It's all branding me as the leader, my lifestyle. All right, same with you. If you post new, if you have ones with trains on it or new economic evolution of the world, what you run the risk of is being Google bombed. In other words, you might post an article, oh wow, that's really interesting. They go off on Google, they search it because they've got the company name, haven't they? Right, and they go looking on YouTube for videos. Guess who they're going to find? I rank for everything in YouTube, right? Hawksy, they might find Mila or Amans or someone like that. They're going to find a leader, and they could reach out from those videos. And I always ask, have you been referred by anyone? And if they say no, what can you do? You don't even know that your content got them interested. So brand you, not the company. Very, very important, all right? Because you'll lose people if you do brand the company. And here's the point. Not that we're saying anything, right? But if something happens or we change the name or something and you're branded to one specific thing, all right, then what? Okay, it's a much better way to go. So on that, what should we do next? So we've done the profile, what to post, how to do videos, how to overcome that. So we're getting down to now that you've created some content and you're starting to get the likes and comments, right, you can start reaching out to people. So the next one is to go into Messenger, isn't it? And reach out to people, all right? That in combination with reaching out to new people, you'll need to do at the start as you're building up your content, right? Don't just do content and hope you might get one or two here and there. You need to be reaching out and adding friends as well. So let's do this one next, all right? How to reach out and add friends, okay? So what we do is we go, I generally start with, I don't know, Tony Robbins or someone, all right? Just for an example to get started. All right, so there's 4 million people there, right? So you go over here. Now what you're looking for, guys, is a starting point. All right, so you look at his content.
Andrew, you're going to share the screen?
Oh, sorry, my apologies, I will. Thank you. All right, so what I've done is I've searched for Tony Robbins' page. All right, just as an example. All right, it only takes a few minutes to stop anxiety and clear your mind. Here's how. All right, great content. Look at that, 143 likes, 7 comments, and a heap of shares. So we open the comments. Oh, where are the comments? All right, so we need to get in there. Oh, so he's starting to cancel things as well. Tony Robbins. All right, so well, there's one, the announcement. So the ones that are disappointed, there's 131 comments there. So in here, what you can do is just hover over their name and a little pop-up comes. Right, now you can have a look at that. See, that's just not really professional. Let's have a look at this one. Right, sometimes a breakdown can be the beginning of a kind of breakthrough. Now this person here, for example, has got some personal development. She's got a heap of friends. All right, she's got a common friend of mine, or couple, or 44 actually. So she's obviously in the marketing space. All right, she's a real estate agent. You can look at that just from there. So what we're going to do is right click, open a new tab. All right, now look at this. I'm incredibly grateful for Tony and Sage as well as, all right. So she's actually put in a very thought out response. Now take note, guys. If you start posting comments on other people's content like this, you'll have people reaching out to you. It's like having your own content out there. All right, now look at this. All right, she's obviously an author, so she's a pretty quality person. All right, and she's still a real estate agent. So here's what I'll do. This is what I call spidering. I've found a quality person. So I'm going to come in here. All right, I'm going to find a post. Right, that you can comment and like. All right, so here you go. This is a personal development one. Oh, so she's forwarded that from Abraham Hicks. See, it looks like she posts other people's stuff all the time. So she doesn't get a lot of engagement, does she? So all she does is post other people's stuff. So she might not be the big marketer that it kind of indicates. All right, so what you do, just as an example, guys, you find a post, all right? You love it, and you put a well thought out comment on it. Then you send a friend request and then a personal message. Now the personal message would say, hey there, Sheila, I was scrolling around, trolling around Facebook and came across your profile by accident. I scrolled down and really got some real value out of some of your content. Just thought I'd reach out and say hi, as I believe we could benefit from, I'd like to get to know you. All right, so you give them a compliment about their content and say, just thought I'd reach out and say hi. Now, at least half of them, one, they'll respond to your comment every time, right, which will lead them to your profile and to look at the messages. So they'll see your message and they'll likely respond. Some of them don't, right? But then what you do is once you've done that, what you do is go to one of their posts and you find someone in there. All right, maybe not Crystal, let's look at Leslie. All right, so there's not much there, it's just him and his kids. So you go, oh, see how she responds to all of her things? Udo. He lives in Colombia. All right, let's go Trevor. So he's got a few mutual friends. Step up strategies. All right, so I would go there and open him in a new account. So then you've spidered from Sheila through to Trevor. Now, it has stuffing a mouth with peanut paste. All right, so you're looking at here. It's his family. Not the most professional, but 12-time best-selling author. All right, so he's a quality person. So you'd find a post and do the same. You love it, comment, send a friend request, and then send him a personal message saying, hey, I just came across your profile. All right, just keep going from one to the next, to the next, to the next. And eventually you might come to a dead end where you find someone that you don't want to really connect with because they look really spammy or whatever, then you just go back a step, find someone else and move forward again. Can we get some feedback on that? Is that how to add friends? Now, if you do that, you sit there and go person to person to person and add 20 people and send 20 messages, guess what happens? Your messenger lights up. You'll have conversations going with quality people instantly. All right, until a point where you're having conversations, making friends, which we'll go through in a minute, and making friends and getting new contacts. To a point where you can't add more people and have the conversations at once. When the conversations slow down, add a couple more people. Messenger lights up. You can do this all day and you can have contacts. You can get the video out 5-10 times a day. Yes, you're spending a lot of time behind the computer, but if you're trying to build an empire, that's what you need to do at the start to get the train rolling. All right. Then you've got to schedule in to do at least 2, maybe 3 posts on Facebook a day, one of which is a video. Now you can pre-plan that. If you come up with an idea, write it down. And when you get used to it, you just go, put your phone up there. I use a peg and tape it there. And I make sure that my it's horizontal. Now there is a way of doing that to make sure your Facebook Live is horizontal. And bam, just hit thing, and you can have a live video done in 5 or 10 minutes. And then you can get back to what you're doing. Right? Go and pick a motivational, inspirational post off Google. Just find one, do a quick post there, and then maybe do a photo, like grab an old photo and just put that up. There's your content for the day. Now you can do that in half an hour flat. And the rest of the time you can be talking to people, which is where the rubber hits the road, yeah? All right, now I'm going to catch up on a couple of questions here. We'll be shut down for full. Oh, is that all the coronavirus one? So there's going to be people at home, guys, that can't go to work because of this virus. Happy days for networkers, I'll tell you. Any suggestions of what to do where you can't use your actual identity because of your exclusive contract with your employer? Good question. Maybe just use a nickname or a shortened version of your full name. All right, but you wouldn't want to put earn Bitcoin or Bobby Freedom. You'd want to put something that sounds real. But that's a good question, Loma. I would just play it by ear a little bit on that. I'd use your nickname or a shortened version of your name.
You could talk to your employer and just say what you intend on doing and get his opinion. It might be cool.
There's one way, yeah, I think you could do that. And if your employer's an arsehole about it, I don't know, what you've kind of flagged them and saying, this is what I'm going to do. Sponsor them. That'd be the best way. All right. Ali, what crypto exchange will the crew be listed on? Good question, but it will be, the initial one will be a stable coin on a cryptocurrency exchange. All right. That will be the first one on our own blockchain. Now, our goal from here to there is for us to all do our bit to get it from 1.3 million people to 4 or 5. Right? In the process, to build your own team, which will be an ongoing income that will, you build up on the side. It might not be world beating fast, but it's going to be there for the long haul. Because guys, I've never built a team as big as what I've got now. And it's because all I've done for the last 2 is add to the team, not have to restart it with another program, if you know what I mean. All right? It just gets bigger and bigger, and it took on a life of its own and just exploded. All right? And it'll happen for you too. So guys, this is what we're doing. Now, Ali, how much will it be listed for? Well, at the moment, on our internal exchange, right, they're valued anywhere between 10.5 cents and 16 cents right now. On tonight, that will probably be jumped up a little bit. So it might be between 17 and 11 cents right now. So as we're going through time, that will increase. When we go on the market, look, then the market will determine the price. But here's the point. If we get enough numbers, right, so that we can all go in and buy $100 worth at the market rate. So it's not a big outlay for all of us, is it? $100. That we get 1 million people do that, that's $100 million turnover in the first day. That will smack us in the top 10 cryptocurrencies. That's the impact we want. We don't want to launch now with, you know, we've got 1.3 million members, but half of them are kids. All right, we might go in with 300,000, 400,000 people, all right, and they might do, you know, 30 million, which will put us number 72 on the list. Not the impact you really want, is it? I would rather wait a couple of months, get the numbers up, and go smack top 10. Because when we do that, it will start buying frenzy. Andre will be able to release new tokens. The price will be going up like this. He'll be getting, you know, $1, $2, $3, $5, $10 per token because it'll just go, right? When he's selling released tokens at that, 65% of the money goes into the portfolio. 10% goes to the loyalty bonus. When we launch on the market with that kind of impact, that's when we start to get massive loyalty bonuses, guys. Our job is to get it from here to that impact. And along the way, we'll set ourselves up anyway with our network. Is that fairly cool? So I hope that answers that, Ali. What day will we do that? When we have enough people. All right. I'm just saying that, but they're frantically doing all the blockchain and all that at the moment. There'll be an update on that tonight. I would rather give us a little bit of time to get that kind of impact than do it early and fizzle. You got one first impression, haven't we? All right. So I believe we all have to bust our backsides now. Not only are we need to make an income as well now on the side. So why not just get in there and do it? So have some fun with it, guys. Because I tell you what, once you get your team to critical mass and it starts growing on its own, oh my God, it gets exciting. Okay. So what were we up to? Conversations, weren't we? Yeah. Yep. We've been on for an hour already. Okay. All right. Conversations. Who was on the Marathon 260 training yesterday, last night?
I was.
All right. We did a bit of that, didn't we?
Yep. Sure did.
So we'll try and quickly get through this, guys. I'm just trying to find the. All right. So when you start a conversation, guys, your first goal is to make a friend. All right, break the ice and make a friend. So make them laugh, find 3 things in common. That's it. How do you do that? All right. You've commented, they've replied, oh, thanks, yep, no. That's great. Now what you do is you go to their profile once they've responded, do a bit of research, and your next comment will say, oh, I see you're from Chicago. I hear that's the windy city. Do the cows fall over when the wind stops blowing there? Because they're all leaning into the wind. Wind stops. All right. Corny, ridiculous joke, but it makes them laugh and breaks their state. Right? Do you know what breaking state is? To get their attention away from what they're doing to you. All right. If you can break their state, make them laugh is the best way to do it. All right. Then find 3 things in common. They'll say, oh, what have you been up to lately? Or what have you been up to? I actually did a little day trip. right? And then I sent them some photos. I did a day trip up to the river not that long ago, right? Now, look at the photos. A riverboat, a campfire, a sunset shot, kangaroos, emus, right? Do they look really cool? They do, don't they? Now, that could be a little day trip you did to somewhere, and you just take an angled shot of a restaurant there. You know, you can make cool photos from different angles and just have your little block of cool photos. Because the reaction I get from that every time is, wow. Did you just change their state? You did, didn't you? Right? Then you can start talking, yeah, look, I love doing little one-day trips. I don't get to do them as much as what I used to because, you know, I'm always seem to be working and we don't get any time off. What are you doing there? You're sharing some of your pains so they'll start sharing some of theirs. And they'll start telling you about their job and how that sucks and how they don't have the time to do little day trips like that. All right? Are they just feeding you information? All right? Then you can say, oh, look, you've got kids. I've got 3 myself. That's a photo from when they were younger, right? But they've grown up now. All right? All of a sudden, they're sending photos of their kids back. Are you making friends? Do you like fishing? Photo from 5 years ago of me holding a big red snapper and a fishing boat. It wasn't even the boat I was in. It's just a fishing boat. Do you reckon that starts conversations? Have your cool pics both on your phone and on your computer. But here's how I do it. When you send a message, you type it on the computer and get your photos ready to send. You hit enter on the computer and then you send the photos. And the text goes and then the photos land straight after. Right? Because they send faster from your phone for some reason. Right? And always send either an even number, like 1, or an even number, like 2 or 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, because it puts them in nice blocks. Because when you go 3, see how it kind of makes them a bit smaller, right? Whereas 2, they come in bigger, don't they? Right? And then the 1 comes in bigger again. But the 12 one, wherever that went, all right, the 12 one comes in a big block. It really looks cool. Now, I've named them so that they go in the same order every time. So the campfire's there, the sunsets are there, so it gives a nice contrast of colour and all that. That's by design as well. Right? And you'll work out what order. And you just name the files like photo 1, photo 2, photo 3. All right? So have all them ready to go. So once you've made a friend, now that you can do in like 5 minutes. Bang, 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 bang. All right, and then you share a bit of your story, he shares a bit of his. And then what you do is you fan the flame of his pains. You say, well, how can your boss get away with making you work 2 hours a day and not paying you, like overtime? So, mate, doesn't the commute get really up your nose? I used to hate it. And really let them go off on their pains. Because then the next question, how are you going to fix that? How are you going to get out of that? What are you going to do? Right? It's a little throwaway one-liner. Now, you know you're messing with their head. They don't. Right? By saying that, they'll start to lose sleep. Won't they? Not knowing what to do. Right? Their mind, their subconscious mind will start grinding away in the background. What am I going to do? How am I going to get out of this? Right? And then, even if you chicken out or you lose the conversation, you can always come back, right? And either you do it on the same spot, right? Or you come back the next day and say, hey, you know how you're saying you've got this job and they'll make you work. I might have a solution for you. And they're going to go, what is it? Right here. Every time, what is it? Because you've already diagnosed that they've got a problem. Right? You don't walk up to them and say, here's my business, because they don't know they need one yet. Like a doctor with the medicine. Imagine going into the doctor, he says, right, sit down. here's a prescription, take this twice a day for the next 10 weeks. And you go, what's that for? They don't want, you don't want medicine, right? Same as if you go, here's my business. They don't want a business. You need to diagnose them first. Have they got a problem? Everyone has, but sometimes they are so complacent and stuck in their jobs that they don't realise they've got a problem. All right, and the cat's back. Can you hear it? Every meeting. It crawls out between two tiles, I tell you. All right, so once you diagnose them, and guys, unless you've done that, waste of time even saying, do you want to look at my business? All right, you'll have people trying to pitch you. And if they pitch you straight up, let them. Don't join anything, all right? Let them pitch you. Because half the time it's scams, but you can't say that. You go, oh, that looks interesting. I generally don't go for that type of business. It doesn't seem to fit with me for some reason, but mate. And anyway, what I've got, I'm totally sold out on. All I can see is freedom and choices, and the team is exploding. They're going to be asking you what you've got, right? Most of the time, you can flip them, but you will get the people that all they want to do is get the information out, and that's it. Conversation over, or you're unfriended, right? Not just so be it, all right? You can't get everyone. So, where are we up to? Oh, curious. They've said what? They've said, what is it? Here's where you need to double up on curiosity. Right? If, say, Pinky, if we went through that conversation and I said, what, and you said, what is it? And I said, oh, it's really cool. I'll send you a video. And you go, okay. And I send the video, and then the kettle boiled, and then the cat started squawking at you. All right. And then you had to take the kids to school. And then I'll get back to you, later that night or the next morning and say, did you watch the video yet? Oh, no, I didn't get to it. All right. And then you had to drop the kids to school. Then you went shopping, and then another day passes. Have you watched the video yet? Have you watched the video yet? Sound like kids in the back seat, don't I?
Yeah.
Don't do that. All right. Don't do that. Here's what I say. I said, look, for starters, I'm so grateful that this came into my life. All I can see is I've been lucky enough to build this up, but I've got so many people that are building this up on the side whilst they're doing what they're doing, so that it will eventually replace that. And all we can see is freedom and choices on the other side. So excited. Have I told you what it is yet, Pinky?
No, not yet.
What are you going to say?
What is
What
it?
is it? All right. You want it, you like, tell me what it is. Oh yeah. That's what you want to double up and get them really curious. And then you go, all right, the best way. Oh, it's Cherry Moan standing here in the fan. Stopping it from reaching me. Stand there, yes, he's got the halves. It's going to all right, good plan. We have a little fun banter. Then you say, basically, the best way to get the information, or enough information to make a somewhat informed decision, because no one wants to make an uninformed decision, do they? Is I've got a video that I can send to you. Is that okay with you? All right. And they go, yeah. And then you say, all right, what I need you to do is grab a coffee and sit down for 8 minutes right now and watch this so we can follow up. All right. And they go, oh, I've got to feed the cat, or I've got to drop my kids off. I said, great. When you've got 8 minutes and a coffee, let me know. Be willing to walk away. All right. Because they're going to go, he didn't send me the video. Hang on, I'm looking for a solution to my problem. I don't know what it is. If they have to drop their kids off, they'll go and do that. But I guarantee you, they'll message you back, because you've got them that primed, right? They know they've got a disease they need to have cured, but they don't have the cure. they're going to find out, they're going to come back to you. Right? Be willing to walk away. Because if you don't get them to watch it straight away, or either that, get them on a Zoom, one, make friends in person and watch the video with them is the most powerful way to do it. If you watch it with them at the end of the video, or during the video, you can be messaging your upline saying, hey, I've got someone on the call right now watching the video. Are you about? It'll be ready in 7 minutes to jump straight on a three-way call. How cool would that be, all right, if you're on a Zoom? And at the end of the video, you go, holy cow, how cool is that? What did you like most? What did you like most about what you've seen? Gets them talking positive. All right, they'll start thinking of things, and you can go, oh yeah, I really love that too. And the fact that you can get residual income and loyalty bonuses every month. Just add little bits. What else did you like? Oh, I like that too, and I like this. And you get off on that, all right? Now you're at the point, who knows the 6 questions to ask people to follow up?
Not off the top of my head. I've got it written down.
In the 3-day challenge, right, it teaches you how to do the story and how to do the 6 questions, all right? The first one is, what did you like most? Tack on little bits of extra. What did you like? Is there anything else you liked? Tack on a little bit. And then you stop and you say, right, on a scale of 1 to 10, where are you sitting right now? 1 being completely not interested, and 10 saying, let's go. Doesn't matter what they say. Right? If they say 10 or 9 or 8 or 7, they're already in. Right? No one says 10 because no one wants to be an easy sale. They will say 7 or 6 or 5. Right? They might say 1 or 2. Right? Doesn't matter what they say. The next question is, all right, hypothetically speaking, I know you're not interested, you said you're a 1, but hypothetically speaking, if this did work and we did find some fit, I know you're not, but what would it be worth? I mean, what sort of monthly income would make it worth your time to generate? Now the 1s might say, 10 grand, right? The 5s and 6s and 7s might say, oh, you know, probably 5,000 a month would really start to make a difference. Right? Now, if the 1s and 2s say a figure that's just completely ridiculous, say what? How much are you earning? Is that like 5 times your income or something? Yeah, also, no, realistically, what would be a good figure? Right? So you call them on their bullshit, for want of a better word, sorry. You call them on their bluff. You call their bluff because they're just saying that to fob you off, and get a real number. So well, if you covered your mortgage payment, a couple of grand a month, would that make a difference? Would it be worth your time? Then they go, yeah, sure. All right, what's the next question, guys? Who's got it?
So what number are you now?
Yep. So what number? That's been asked, and you've got an answer. You've said they're 2 grand, 3 grand a month. What did you say, Jake?
I remember the movie Tangled.
Tangled, yeah.
And then the Cupid old.
Oh, the Cupid.
He said, you got me.
You got me. Tangled.
Because he said, you get me?
You
and
get me,
said,
yes. Oh dear. We have fun here. Right, 1 to 10, right? How much time would you be willing to spend to generate that kind of income every week? Right, so they said they want 2 grand a month. How many hours a week would you spend to try and generate that money? They might go, an hour a day, maybe 5 hours a week, 10 hours a week, whatever that number is. Right, if it's ridiculous, they say 1 hour a week. So, all right, well, it might take a bit of time to get there, but how long, this is the 4th question, 5th question, how long would you spend 1 hour a week to generate 2 grand a month income? 3 months, 6 months, a year? Right, now if they say, 3 months or 1 month, I said 1 month at 1 hour a week, it's, obviously you have to either spend more time or give it longer, right? If it's ridiculous. Right, and say, all right, we'll get, and really, the really ones and twos, they just give you fake answers just to try and fob you off. But if you get this right, and you get them to like 2,000 a month, they're willing to spend 5 or 10 hours a week over 3 to 6 months. That's realistic that they can start earning some money out of this, or at least get a result and flip them into action. All right. Once you get those, then you go, if I, will you? If I show you a way to utilise those 6 months at 5 hours a week to generate $2,000 a month ongoing income, would you take the next step? Who's going to say no to that? All right, you've given them everything they wanted. Are you ready to go? All right, there's 6 steps. Now, guys, you can have them printed out sitting in front of you. The questions. All right. Now, if they then say, well, what about, how does this work? And they start asking questions, right? The perfect scenario would be as if you're already on a Zoom and say, hey, I just noticed Andrew's online. Would you like to meet him? He's making a bucket load out of this. And as they're going, you send the link and say, come on in. Bang, I'm there. All right, or you're upline. All right, so you're not answering the questions. Who's that, Chang? Oh, okay. Lost track. Where was I? All right, yeah, getting them on a 3-way call. Now, the 3-way call, you introduce your leader as the man or the woman, right? It's an authority triangle. This is Andrew, or this is Pinky. She is absolutely tearing this thing apart. Her team is exploding. And I'm so grateful and happy that I'm in her team. And Pinky goes, oh, I'm doing okay. But look, really, Kerry is, I know she's just getting started, but holy cow, she has got off to a flyer. You're in the right place. So in the eyes of your prospect, you're talking to this big leader and you're in the right team. You're in the right place. Now, the leader, whoever's running it, whether it's me, Pinky, Veronica, Alex, whoever's doing the big one, here's what you do. Make them laugh, find 3 things in common. Sound familiar? Real quick, like 30 seconds or a minute, right? That's what we do. You're at this time, let the leader do it, right? And if you're the leader, this is what you do, right? Break the ice. 3 things in common. Now, that's a lot easier to do because they see you as an authority. They'll answer your questions. All right? Then you'll say, I understand that, Kerry, that Pinky has actually shared you a video that you really got excited about. What did you like most about what you've seen so far? Does that sound familiar? I'm going to ask them the 6 questions as well. And they'll tell me, and I'll add little bits as well. And I said, obviously, Pinky should have asked, what would it be worth? And I'll probably even go through those 3 questions as well. What's it going to be worth to you? What income is it going to make it worth your time? Sorry, there we go. That's the question. And they'll just spit the answers because you've already asked them. How much time are you willing to spend? 5 to 10 hours? Great. How long for? Awesome. We can form a game plan for that. Have you got any questions before we move to the next step today? Have you got any questions before we take the next step today or now? They'll ask the questions. I'll answer them, or the leader answers them so that you're not, for a specific reason. And then I'll go, is there anything else holding you back from starting today? No, oh, not really. I said, well, let's get your foot in the door. I know there's a lot of information to take in, but you'll absorb it as time goes by. We really need to set up your account and work out what package is best for you. Right now, the leader, if they're busy, can say, Pinky can walk you through, Kerry. Pinky can walk you through the sign-up setup. But what we need to determine is what package is best to you. Would you like me to share with you your options? All right. And they'll always say, yeah, sure. All right. And so, look, what you'd need is a decent amount of tokens to get away. Now, the best way to do that would to be start a monthly payment package. Now, the real value kicks in at $100 a month for 10 months. Now, I know when I first started with $200 and never had to reach in my pocket again, right? Because we shared it with other people and we had commissions to cover it. So I would absolutely suggest that. And say most people pay a couple of months up front, right? If you want more tokens, there's larger packages and you go through the options. I start at 100 and go up until I see them starting to cringe. Then I know I've reached their limit, all right? You'll know, right? And so, all right, well, obviously that's a little bit out of the budget. So maybe if we look at the $250 a month, that'll get you 40,000. All right, now that's going to, in time, give you a significant income. I would absolutely suggest that. Right. So what we'll do is if Pinky can help you sort out with that, if you're struggling to get funds in, let me know, Pinky. I've got to run. I've got another meeting, but mate, welcome to the team. And I'll quickly let Pinky know the game plan on what you need to do. In fact, here it is here, the 3-day challenge. This is what we need to do. Pinky can help you with your story, help you get your stuff out. Job's done. All right. So that's how you can come in and do a 3 to 5 minute close with the leader, and then I'll drop out and leave Pinky to help Kerry set up. And while you're doing that, stepping them through the process, you're building a relationship. You're training them. You're helping them up with more understanding. Right? You help them through the process, help them get funded. Right now, at the moment, if you just say, hey, look, we can either do a bank transfer, but I think Andrew might, I'll see if Andrew's got some crew who can sell for a quick bank transfer. We'll get it done now, all right? I'm happy to do that if I've got the funds, and I have at the moment, all right? So you'd like me to do that, all right? Smaller ones, if they want like $5,000, they might have to do a bank transfer, all right, obviously. So do that, help get Kerry get set up, put a verification documents in and get her funded. Right, then you go 3-day challenge. Because what does the 3-day challenge do? It shows you why do the 3-day challenge. Everyone's got that 3-day window. Right? If you don't get a result in that 3 days, you sort of lose your gusto a bit. And then if nothing happens after a week, it sort of blows out the candle, doesn't it? If you get someone a result straight away, they're in, aren't they? So your goal is to get them on the 3-day challenge. Now there's about 6 videos. You can explain the first couple and say, hey, this is why we need to do it. Because the best time to strike is while the iron's hot. All right? That's what that video explains. And it says here in the next video that this is our responsibilities. I need to help you come up with your story. All right? So let's do that now. What do you do? What you don't like about it? What you found, this, something you can build up on the side, and how you feel about the future. Help them do the story on the spot. All right, and then your goal is to help them. Well, are you happy to ring up a friend and say that story and say, look, I'm flat out, I'm just running out the door, but I really wanted to catch you before I did. You know, we've been friends for so long and I respect your opinion on everything. What you might not know is, you know, I'm a nurse, but you might not know that I've been having to work long hours into the night. I'm coming home at 4 o'clock in the morning. It's scary. All the drunk people are hanging out in front of the hospital. All right, and you can do all that. And I say, and the income that we earn really doesn't cut it. I mean, we're still struggling to make enough money to, you know, we're trying to save for a holiday and we just can't. I said, you might not have known that, but what I've found is something on the side that we can build up so that we can start replacing this income so I don't have to go through that anymore. I'm just wondering if you're open to having a look at something like that, right? Now, when you're telling your story, guess what they're doing? They're putting their story into yours. They're inserting what they feel about their job into your story. Everyone's going to say, yeah, sure. When have you got 8 minutes to grab a cup of coffee and sit down and watch a short video? If you can do it right now, no, I've got to drop the kids off. Give me a call or message me when you've got 8 minutes. We'll jump on a Zoom and watch this video. How powerful is that, guys?
Yeah.
Now, you're doing that with Kerry, who's never done this before, all right? She initially wanted to do a couple of messages and she got some response back and got the video out. But then if you can jump her up to a phone call, you might have to role play a couple of times first. Would you like a practice run? All right, I'll do it for you, all right? And you tell your story. Or you could tell their story as if you were them and show them how to do it. You get there and make a phone call, you've just extinguished one massive fear barrier. All right, if you get them 1 or 2 phone calls and they get the video out, they're away. All right, if you can get them to make 10 phone calls and get the video out 8 times, guess what? They're going to sponsor 5 to 6 people, 4 to 6 people. They're going to go agent day 1. All right, now, Kerry, you just went and sponsored 6 people on your first day. What are you going to tell those 6 people? Holy cow, I only joined this yesterday. We did this 3-day challenge thing. Pinky helped me come up with a story and I rang 8 of you, got the video out to 6 people and all of you guys joined. What are they going to do?
Exactly the same.
Same thing you did. Right? This is why we're trying to get the 3-day challenge into the teams as a culture. Right? Because if you can teach your new person to do that and then teach the second level, so you're still helping Kerry, but you and Kerry are helping the 6 people you just brought in. Now, some of them won't do it. They won't make a call. They'll sit there and join. But you'll get 2, 3, 4 of them that will. And you're getting into new context. You're getting out the video in your team, so it's absolutely worth your time. All right, what if you get 2 or 3 of Kerry's brand new people that get 3, 4, 5 people, or at least 2 people on their first day, and you've got 3 of them did that. All of a sudden, Kerry's gone from 0 to 6 people wide with 3 duplicating legs that have now got 4 people in them. She's 1 leg away from going consultant in a day, right? Now, I'll tell you what, if we get a roll on with this, I'm happy to run a meeting every 2 hours, right? And we almost do like a meeting like this where everyone goes out and does like a call frenzy, gets the 8-minute video out and then gets them on a call where, bang, 2 hours. Then we sign everyone up, get them funded, do a little training. Oh, you can do this all day long, all right? But initially we're going to have to do it. You've got to step up and be the leader to help people come up with their story. And it's not hard, is it, really? And then the key is coaching them by example on how to make a call and then getting them to make that call while you're on the Zoom. Because if you can do that, now people are going to be hesitant. You have to encourage them. Look, if we get, trust me, when you do this and you actually talk to people, they'll thank you, right? Because they're going to have fears in their head. What are people going to think? They're going to tell me I'm stupid for doing this. All that spinning around the head. You need to get them over that and get the first couple of phone calls done. And if you get a roll on, just sit there and listen to them, make phone calls. Say, man, what, if you've got a couple more, let's get another couple of videos out. You get them to make 6 to 8 calls on there and say, look, if you can contact that way 35 people in today or over the next couple of days and get 20 odd videos out, you'll be 10 wide and set yourself up to make a fortune. Imagine if you get that culture running through your team. All right, numbers are going to literally explode. Now, that's what happened with a lot of us in the run up to October. right, when they had that promotion on. People got excited. We were getting into warm markets instantly and numbers exploded. All right. So, any questions, guys? That's the follow-up and the 3-day challenge. I think we've been through all of it, haven't we?
Yeah.
Unmute anyone. And if you've got any questions or you're uncertain about anything that we just went through, because we're coming up on 2 hours, I reckon we've pretty much covered everything.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go back and do the 3-day challenge again because I did it months ago, forgotten it all.
All right, so what I'll do is when I post this training on the video, on the, all right, I'm going to grab all the links and put them in here, all right? All right, so there you've got the 8-minute video that I'm talking about. You've got Leon's 15-minute video, my 26-minute video that's starting to get a little bit out of date. It's got a couple of things in there that will just sort of slide over the top that shouldn't really be in there, but I'll work on that. You've got the new page, which has basically got 3 or 4 videos on it, including the 8-minute one, all right? The new start, which is a step-by-step guide on how to do everything. All right. If you don't know how to help people set up, watch the videos on that and learn. Work through that page with them and help it. And the 3-day challenge is at the bottom, guys. All right. So I guess really the only thing holding you back, guys, is you. Your decision to actually make this happen and the ability to go and find some people, you need some new blood, right? If your existing team, I would send this training or get them onto the local Zoom, see if we can fire them up. But you need a new team that you're parading past the old one. That's how to inspire people. If you start bringing in new people and they see you've got people on the calls and you're all excited and things are growing and they're going, I'm missing out on something here. What do I have to do? What's this 3-day challenge thing? And you can bring them back from the brink. All right. So guys, it's just a matter of having enough conversations. Right? If you want to build an empire, go out and have 5 to 10 conversations a day to get 5. Now, the real number is 5 rendezvous a day. Now, a rendezvous, in my point, is a phone call or a Zoom call and or getting the video out. But not just getting the video out, what's your business, here's my video. Waste of time.
Yeah.
You need to have the conversation, diagnose them, offer a solution to their cancer, all right, which is their job, right, and get them to watch it while they're drinking a cup of coffee on the spot and follow them up instantly.
Yes,
Critical.
sir.
Yes, sir. Exactly. Running commentary in the background here. All right, so that's it. So any last questions, guys, before we wind up at 1 hour and 45 minutes?
Not for today's training, but for yesterday's marathon, how do we upload the homework? Like, it's to add 5 contacts daily, have 5 rendezvous, and hold 3 presentations. How do we prove that we've done that?
I would almost just screenshot the conversations and just add them on like an image file. Just put something up to show that you've made the time to upload something to show that you're doing it.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Wasn't sure how I was gonna
We're not going to argue and say, oh, hang on, who's this person? What did you say? No, they're just going to look and see if you did something. All right, that's it. And that's what I've done. I mean, most of my homework is just handwritten notes on an A4 piece of paper that I've scanned and uploaded.
Yeah, that's all mine is.
And if you don't have a scanner, just take a photo and upload that. But the thing is, guys, make sure the file name in the Google Drive is the 2003, the numbers in that Google document that I've got for everyone. All right, has everyone got the Google document?
Yeah.
Okay. Has everyone in the Marathon 260 got a Google Drive that is shared that they can upload stuff to? Okay, so just upload that, because when the moderators like us have to go, we just go into all their things. We see who's done the homework. We've got our list. We go bang, 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 bang. Yep, we've done all that. And every time you've done homework, we say you've attended the meeting as well. All we're trying to do is get enough points to make sure everyone passes and is getting the information. I'm not fussed about whether you post on social media or you get 5 points for coming out on a call. There's prizes at the end, but there's people that have been doing it since day one that you're never going to catch them. So we just make sure that we get the value from the training and do your homework so you pass.
Yeah.
All right. Item A, you're in one of Brenda's groups, aren't you? Can you send me a message on Facebook Messenger and we'll help you sort that out? Same with anyone in Brenda's group. If you have not got a Google Drive to upload your homework on, message me. Because Brenda's so busy, I'm going to actually pick up and do the administrative tasks for you, if that makes sense. Or for Brenda, to be honest. So I'm going to go through Brenda's groups shortly and make sure that people are uploading their homework. If they're not, then I can't make them. All I do is check if there's files there. If there's files there, if there's not, what can I do? All right, guys, on that, any last questions? Feel free to unmute and ask right now. Awesome. Hope that's valuable, guys. 2 hours.
Yeah,
I will post this on YouTube. All right, so if people need a top-to-toe training, they can come in and watch this. All right.
That was excellent. Thanks, Andrew.
No, you're welcome, Bet. So really, when they first start, here's what they should do. Do the 3-day challenge, get the inviting skills, talk to their warm market the right way, get the video out, get a fast start. All right. You as leaders, if you've got a pretty dormant team right now, go find some new people that you can do the Fast Start 3-day challenge with and blast it out. All right. New people, once you've done that initial burst, learn to do it with your guys. Learn how to help them make a story, learn how to help them make a call and drive down. Now, guys, tap routing, just before we go. If you can go from Pinky to Kerry, Kerry's new person's Michael, through Item A, through Bet, through DJ, Xavier, and you're going down levels in depth. The deeper you go gives everyone something to lose and everyone a growing team. The deeper you go, the more it's going to explode. If you can do that in multiple legs, look out. Okay. So after that, you can start scheduling in 2 or 3 Facebook posts. All right. This you do whilst you're doing the warm market 3-day challenge stuff. You can start popping in an inspirational post, work out a video, do a video. You can do that in a small amount of time and start the marketing. Start gaining authority. Start generating leads from that so you don't have to reach. Right? You don't have to do that in the first week. Go out and hit the acquaintances and friends that you've got, but invite them the right way. It's not the old, I'm starting a new business, all right? You're inviting them the right way. And I'll tell you what, people will thank you, okay? So on that, guys, be awesome. There is an update meeting tonight. And obviously, if you've got the calendar, you can see where all our meetings are. Let's start packing the house. All right, guys, everyone be awesome. We'll catch you later.
Thanks, Andrew.
See ya.
Bye.